Welcome back to MMA Underground, your favorite part of Wednesday. I'm on half the dynamic duo known as Buddy V with the one and only
Sam K. And shit, we got two phenomenal guests in the building as always. Straight from the West Coast. You see him, you know him. Practically an OG over here. We have the one, the only Prince KT back on the show. And all the way from Streetbeefs Scrapyard. You know it. You see him. We have the one, the only Kung Fu Ronin in the building.
Yo.
How y'all feeling?
Good. It's cool doing this. I'm excited.
Dope.
It's gonna be a fun show, and one of the things that really appealed to me was your match, and that's when I was like, oh, I know some kids gonna have a fun time talking to Kung Fu Ronin too, because you fought one of the guests we had before Water, and I really enjoyed your technique, and I heard some of the stuff you were talking about after the fight too. But before we even touch anything, I was curious, how'd you feel about your debut match at the Scrapyard? Because that was your first one, right?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, like with that, and even with this, I feel like there's like so much lore for me to study up on. So I've been like taking peeks at it, and I really had no idea what I was walking into. Like I used to watch Scrapyard. I was watching the last show, and it's like similar. I used to watch it back in high school with like the OG days, but then I found out this was just like right nearby, and like if I'd known about it when I was like living in Washington and kind of looking for places to train and places to fight, that would have been crazy. But timing lined up, so I ended up there, and I was like, I don't know, just kind of hella nervous. Like I was expecting to like walk in there and be like stone faced the whole time and like looking at everyone like I was gonna fight them, and then everyone's just like hanging out and like talking, and it was cool. And then like, but it was cool like seeing kind of just how different people were acting because like I feel like yeah, but more about the actual fight. Like I was kind of scared when I saw that. When I saw him, not gonna lie, like I thought I was gonna have the stronger legs, and I saw his leg size, and then I saw the hair when he took his hood off. And then it was like kickboxing rules, which I wasn't expecting there to be so many rules. So I was kind of like stressing about about that. So I was like, I'm gonna stick to the first half of my plan. Just keep moving, like control the range, smash the leg kicks, because that's kind of what I was like planning for. Yeah, I don't know. I want to do a lot more fights, but like, and I love fighting, but like, I don't really like getting hit that much. So I was felt like it ended up being more of a skill matchup. And I saw the name Water. I was like, this guy's gonna try to be flowy. I'm gonna outflow him. Yeah, it's cool. But it was like, it was really fun.
That's dope, man. And for those who didn't know, we did have Water a few weeks ago on the show. You guys go check out that episode. KT, I wanted to ask you, bro. Um, you've had many fights in the yard with us. Like I said, you're one of the OGs at this point. Talk to us about your experience in that first fight. Walking into the yard, what was that like? What did you expect? What did you actually get? Kind of walk us through that moment.
I got you. Sorry for that. Me going out and then freaking couldn't hear y'all for a second there. But no, for the first fight, it was the best way to explain it is adrenaline dump, right? Uh, First fight for me was untrained at all, pretty much just a couple times in the backyard as far as I've done, like just with my brothers and whatnot. So when I went in there, I thought I was, slick, whatever I've seen on TV I could do. And I fought Dairo, who is born with a lion heart, and freaking. I was getting them there at first, started doing some cool stuff, and just did not feel comfortable at all. And then by that third round, I think it was even the second round. I can't even remember by this point, but I was done. My cardio was gone. Like you guys like to say, cardio is key. I learned it that day on that first fight for sure. For sure.
Oh, dude.
I learned it on that first fight for sure. Changed
But
my whole approach to fighting from there. That's gonna be
so before you even got into the actual cage, right? What was that like? The drive to the event. When you got out, you seen the crowds of people interacting or not interacting. Like, what was that?
I don't know if it's different for me than other people because as we, I've done things, music and whatnot, and been around crowds, and yeah, it was just go. It was a business trip. Like we're gonna go do this, and I'm not gonna lie. In my head, if you guys know the story of how KT got into Street Beefs, it was I was on my rap and shit, and I had seen Turk actually from the East Coast beating everybody up, and I said, "Yo, he ain't all that in a bag of chips. I'll beat that man ass." Right? Not knowing Street Beefs culture or anything, hadn't even been in the group or nothing. Just was like, because I'd watched Street Beefs as a fan since I was little. So obviously, I called out Turk on Twitter. He answered me. Sunshine told me get a couple fights in the West Coast. I took that first fight in the West Coast, learned cardio's key. By my second fight, West Coast was so evolved that it was like, fuck Turk, man. There's so many good fighters out here. We could fight all day long and tomorrow. Let him come out this way if he wants to. And yeah, I don't even know. He disappeared for a little bit there. I'm pretty sure he's back. I've seen a couple things of him being back.
Yeah, he just returned actually. So
yeah. So yeah.
Shout out Turk.
Shout out Turk.
Shout out Turk.
He just his most recent fight that dropped, I think it was today or yesterday, was raps only. Whoo! It's like, dang. Yep.
We can't hear you, Prince, KT. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Audio's out.
Yeah, your audio went out, KT, and you're on a roll. This sounds great.
No,
we can't hear you.
Sorry, it keeps like going mute and then not muting. Yeah, but no. Second, third, fourth, didn't have. It had full on nerves there, but for that first fight, definitely no nerves because I thought I was the shit in a bag of chips,
Hey, dude.
Hey, Jay just said he thinks you should start a wrestling podcast.
I should. I really should. I haven't been keeping up with wrestling of late just because I'm so far behind. I would have to catch up. But WrestleMania is coming, so we'll see if it catches my interest.
Wrestling's pop? That's true. Shoot. Yeah, I definitely watched that. I tuned into a couple when I was walking around. I didn't get to comment too much. None. I just had it on the back, but I was like, all right, they at least get the extra play, the watch.
Yeah, I like those. I gotta get them back going. Me and mustache.
Well,
yeah.
I'm definitely loving the show wrestling environment of Street Beefs. That shit's crazy. Seeing the White Power Ranger fight, I was blown away. Holy shit!
Putting somebody in a costume letting them fight. That's a good thing.
Definitely only one crazy leg.
Yeah. I was gonna say the one we had on before was Winged Sea. I felt like he's like a real life anime character doing backflip off the stage and just all that. I was like,
there's a crazy thing about Winged Sea too. Is not only have I seen what he's done in Street Beefs, I see viral clips of this guy in other fight promotions everywhere, just doing some crazy shit, knocking people out. This guy. KT likes a different style of fighting, and he's got style. Winksy is a fucking beast.
Man, if you was here for that invasion, my bad, buddy. If you was out here for the, because they had a few OG fighters come to the West Coast last year, that would have been a good fight, you and Wing C.
Yeah, Wing C's a beast. That would be a style fight right there.
Yeah.
There's one or two times where you reach back in your fight where I'm like, oh, he's got a little Luffy hit where I see your chest about to hit your opponent, your hands back here, and you just wham! I'm like, oh my God.
It's that
overhand. Yeah, props to you on that.
It's that overhand. I was sloppy in this fight. Soundcake can adjust for me. Coming up to this fight at 45, I was terrified before stepping into the ring. I was goddamn. I hadn't trained at all. You got my life's been lifing. And, coming off of all that, just kind of getting up, and then they told me the weight difference, and I was like, normal me would be like, yeah, whatever, I've been training, give me the weight. I was over here telling Sake and Weddle, I'm like, bro, I don't know, give me the weight, because, I'm me, but, fuck. And then, we got in there, we did the thing. But that boy could box, too.
A straight boxing it was?
Yeah, it was straight boxing, throwdown, second throwdown, and boy could box. A nice little
Absolutely.
jab on him.
That's the father to Flo, who also fights in the West Coast.
There.
And Flo's pretty good as well. You know, just to touch on what you said real quick, because I definitely want to get into the fight in a little bit, but real quick, you didn't seem to be as nervous as what you're saying, you know, because we did speak before the fight, and you know, it's obvious how when you're not training, how it can affect you, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we get in our heads more so than what we should, right? You performed way better than someone who hadn't trained for so long.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I woke up in the morning, right? And this was the mindset going there. I woke up in the morning because keep in mind, a day before KT signed up, like a day before, I was like, fuck it, let's hop off the fucking couch and do this shit, right? They're going to be here. Why not? Right? So I woke up the next morning. I look at my girl. I'm like, hey, I might get fucking slept today. Because I know that like you guys can't match me with somebody that hasn't fought or anything like that because of my experience and stuff. So I'm like, I feel like an old man hopping out of bed this morning. So I might get my ass beat, right? So I'm like, but with everything I've had going on, I kind of feel like the full, like, I told her, I was like, I feel like the whole, like, solution to all, not solution, but like the final steps to like this recovery is getting this last fight in. And as you guys, I don't know if you guys know, I've been training MMA for a year and a half before my dad passed and everything, and 6 months not training. But there was about 4 fights signed there that just fell through the cracks. And that's something with the amateur ranks where you have fights set up, you're training hard, and then guy finds your fight on Streetbeefs and is like, nah, he has more experience than we said. Then. So yeah. Fucking pretty much I said, fuck it, let's go back out to Streetbeefs, let's put on a show, because that's like where your love for fighting was built. And that's how I woke up in the morning, went out there, and then I was like, if I get knocked out, I get knocked out, but let me show some of these combos I got now. Like, let me show that I have some pieces on me now. Like, even if it's just boxing, because I don't know if y'all know, I wanted to kickbox. Boxing was all that there was. Like, I even had to fight up weight classes. Boxing was all that there was that day. Said, fuck it, I'm going to fight. I needed to fight. So that's kind of where, like, I guess you could say it was like no nerves, because I already woke up with it in mind that I'm getting knocked out in the first round. And obviously that didn't happen. But in my mind, I didn't even think I had the cardio to make it past 30 seconds. I was like, I haven't done anything besides like go to the gym and hoop a little bit, but I haven't done anything.
You get that quick stretch out, and all of a sudden, like, oh no.
I feel that.
And it's hot out there, man. I was trying to duck behind the cage. It was hot. I was like, yeah, man, I forgot. I definitely forgot how much just the environment of Streetbeefs can take from you before you even step to the cage.
Absolutely. And I was actually I had a question for the Kung Fu Ronin, because you were talking about different training in the way that you said, and it made me think, because I remember you brought up before how you had different family members in the martial arts scene. So you're no stranger to the martial arts world, if I'm not mistaken, right? Kung Fu Ronin?
Yeah, I kind of like grew up around kung fu schools. We always had people just competing in like sparring tournaments or like sanda, sanso, sensho. So like kickboxing, but if it's pro, it's knees and elbows, but mostly kickboxing plus takedowns. So like any kind of like takedown that would be allowed in MMA. So I grew up doing a lot of that, and just that's kind of how I got into sparring. But I was living up in Seattle for most of my childhood and like younger years, and so away from kind of the kung fu school. So like that was more my early childhood and my family, and then Seattle, I did other things like soccer, snowboarding. Definitely a big snowboarder. And then kind of back in high school, I got into sparring again, like started kind of doing kickboxing in the summers at the Kung Fu school. Was like, I'm gonna find some places to train some Muay Thai. Then in college got into some different things, but yeah, like last couple of years I've just been kind of like trying to do other things. Definitely like wanted to be fighting more full time, but then I'm not gonna lie, I went to Thailand and did some training, and it's like I don't think I really want to live the fighter life right now. Like I want to preserve my brain for a little bit, like get some experience doing other things, come back to this if the time comes, and that's feeling like now.
Yeah, I could imagine getting hit by a Muay Thai person over in
Yeah.
Thailand. That
Also,
probably
I
make me
really
want to quit
feel
fighting.
what was. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I was like quit fighting. Like the plan was to finish my like last year or two of college and then go back to it, but then COVID happened, so it turned into more of like a 6-year plan. Yeah, honestly, this fight got me really like back into like training mode. I feel what Prince KT was saying. Like I came in so banking on knocking him out with on finishing him with the leg kicks in like the first or second round. And then the shin pads really fucked that up. So I was just gassed by the second round. I think I heard one of y'all say like, oh, he's starting to get warmed up. I was like, okay, let's keep going.
I hate when somebody
Hell
tells
yeah.
somebody you're tired from the outside or says they're getting warmed up. It's like, man, you don't even know right now. I could have thrown up 2 rounds ago. That's me.
It's
No,
there's like different modifications and stuff to the cage because I know when he was fighting, we had the commentary booth and me and June from Fight Team 206. They we were both doing commentary, so I don't know if that was kind of affecting. And before I had a question about your fight too, but did you hear us at all? Like, but other than like one or two things, because I know there's a couple moves where we're like, oh shit, no.
Which
yeah.
one?
Oh, wait, you're talking.
Oh, for Kung Fu Ronin real quick, and
Okay,
then
cool.
You weren't at Scrapyard, Prince KT.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I definitely heard like I don't know. I heard like bits and pieces of everything, you know. But there was a couple times when I was like over closer to that side that like is more the like the just I definitely heard. I think it was your voice saying like, "Oh, he's getting warmed up now," and I appreciated that. Like I needed that. It definitely like woke me up and it actually made me like, okay, like the people see that my things are working. I guess it's working. Let's keep doing it. And I like, oh, I feel bad that I didn't go for that head kick, but I was so tired. I was just like tunnel visioned on the legs.
hell yeah. I like that. King Cow. Oh, the question I had for Prince KT, because we're talking about the changes to the yard, was as we've seen in many of your fights before, you fought in the OG yard where it was like dirt and bark. You fought on the West Coast with all the sand. But if you fought recently, you fought on the mats. I've got to know,
Right.
what do you think? I mean,
Again, I signed up a day before, so I wasn't really checking group chats or sparring chats. I should have known there was going to be mats there, and I should have prepared to bring boxing shoes. I was in some beaters from Ross, but it's okay. We did fine. I thought they were pretty level. I didn't feel the crack everybody kept talking about they felt on that cage. Actually, I felt like against the cage, I had a lot of balance. I loved it having mats down. I can't wait. I can't do MMA in there. If I want to take an amateur route with the gym I'm at, but I'll definitely kickbox in there. I'll definitely keep boxing in there. So yeah, I loved it. Hot though, definitely hot.
Yeah, and only getting hotter.
I think
Was
I think it was Doughboy's feet ended up burnt up. He couldn't even finish his fight because his feet were burnt. It was just
that's boxing barefoot though.
yeah.
You know, on black mats in Arizona heat. So
oh,
set yourself up for success and not other things. He
Because I
showed
could
up
have
with no
gone barefoot
mouthpiece.
too, but I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing barefoot. I know there's no thorns or anything, but it's just no.
Yeah, and illuminate the state. His foot got caught in the 1 inch gap in between the cage and the mat, and then his foot actually got caught in between the wood of the door. So like his foot fell through the door. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah,
Jeez.
it was crazy. Crazy. Gotta love the hot box. But KT, I wanted to ask, man, let's dive into that fight with was it Sajin? I think it was Sajin Throwdown Brown. Were did he surprise you at all in that fight? I know you were saying how, you practically got off the couch. So maybe there might have been things about yourself you noticed, but what did you notice about your opponent? And you are muted, sir. You're muted. You're muted. Yeah.
I'm not gonna. His jab definitely. I'm not gonna say it surprised me because he's worked around with the hot boxers before, had a couple sparring sessions and stuff. So obviously, I was able to ask like Blanco and them, like, hey, what's he good at? And they all first thing they said was his jab. So when I got in the ring, I was like, okay, let me feel this jab, and it was quick as shit. It was quick as shit. I could not stop it. So I was like, all right. So it's probably like first time in a long time you see KT's hands come out and up where I'm playing parry. And then I started to notice, the difference in weight class because I was able to see his shots from far away. So like I don't know, when the fight comes out, a lot of people see I was able to stop in between combinations and block, and I noticed that I still have a lot of speed. Um, Besides like what he did surprised me, that fucking jab. That jab kept getting me. But besides that, I knew he could box. I've sparred with Flo Dub before, so I figured like, okay, if Flo Dub can box, his dad's got to be able to box.
Right.
Just a thing. So yeah,
And
nothing
to your point,
surprising.
sorry, say that again.
Nothing too surprising though.
And to your point, for those who aren't following Streetbeefs West Coast Facebook group, what are you doing? Come join the group, see all the action, see what's going on behind the scenes. But over in the West Coast group, Tiny Tank, the branch leader, has been creating this trend of basically making trading cards, online trading cards of the fighters.
Yeah.
And basically what's going on is the fighters are basically putting up stats of their own, and he's taking those stats and he's creating a trading card for every fighter. I saw Throwdown Brown's stats and his special that he left, because everyone has to put down what's your special move. His special was the piston jab.
Yeah.
And that's out of his own, out of his own mouth or his own brain. So
It was definitely exact term. Look up a piston jab, and that is what that is. The man knows his boxing. That was a piston jab. Man threw it from right from his guard straight to it. So just pow, boom, pow, right, and he popped. And his jab was his fastest punch. Definitely, like I said, wider shoulders. I was able to read more off the shoulders. That's just me and my head movement, though. It's almost like having a double end bag, but you get a bigger ball, right? So I'm gonna be able to move whatnot. But his ability at his size at 180, also I'm pretty sure not super training, fresh off the couch himself, or even fresh out, fucking had combos for him. Like he was boxing. He was boxing. But I was more just focused on knocking that rust off and seeing what I could do. So really half the stuff he did to me, I not to take anything away from him, but shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have let him do, right? With the dancing around and, waiting on him and, Philly shelling in the corner while I'm just kind of blocking and then telling him, come on, like, obviously, but that's KT being KT, just doing KT shit. So.
yeah, I think it goes back to both of you guys being fighters, man. I mean, you basically coming off of the couch and still going out there and being a fighter, doing what a fighter does. Uh, this guy as well, you know, maybe a few, you know, has some years on you, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't matter. You know what I mean? He was out there with a young gun, you know, holding his own, you
He
know,
put his work in.
and showing the experience, right?
Right.
I wanted to ask you, and if you don't feel like it's completely fine, but it seemed like you definitely, as you said earlier, life has been lifing,
Right.
and maybe KT had something he needed to get off in this
Yeah.
fight. You know, is there any of that you want to speak on, or
Yeah.
not?
Well, obviously, you know, my dad passed away. He got me into fighting. Period. You know, it's part of like my
Condolences.
family to be a fighter. So, you know, going through that, having, you know, showing the funeral, having people talk to me and telling me not to quit and stuff. Going to the gym, being there, not really being there. You know,
Hmm.
it gets hard to get up out of bed. It gets hard to like go and do shit, but you know, got to practice what you preach. Go do shit even when you don't want to do it, right? So I just took a real big positive turn. I just started looking at I'm sure if you follow my social media, you can see it. I was at a negative point, and then one day I was like, "Fuck it, positives from here."
Yes.
And it's just worked out great. And now I'm not gonna say it worked instantly. It's been it's been a good year of fucking change. And around December, I stopped drinking finally. So like, you know, just slowly
Yeah,
getting
bro.
back into just being KT and being me. It hit me hard, but we out here and we doing the thing. So we doing good.
It's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how you get back up, right? You know, it's
Right.
like
And if you know KT, he don't get knocked down very much. So
heck
no,
yeah.
And
it
the
was
thing is,
all good. It was more scary than anything because when you have a dad like mine who was a superhero, um, 79 gold glove champ out here, freaking move, you know, heavyweight man who like you saw as invincible, and then all of a sudden he's just, you know, deteriorating before your eyes. It's scary because you start to think like, okay, I need to take care of myself. I have things I still want to do. I have to, you know, so you start to think, okay, I'm a father now. What do I have to do? You know, it's just part of life. Everybody's gonna go through it sometimes. Sorry to say. Hope not, you know, and not wishing it on anybody, but everybody's gonna go through it. So it's really how you deal with it that's gonna get you through it.
Absolutely.
thank you for sharing that, bro.
Oh, no problem. I even,
And
yeah.
what's that? Yeah,
I was like, I
gonna
even had to
say,
speak at his funeral and everything. So yeah, I got through that one pretty, you know, straight through the fire type.
and yeah, I mean, you're a warrior through and through in life, in the cage, and everything. And you know, one thing I'm curious about that actually was a question for both of you is martial arts teaches us a lot of things, but other than fighting, what is something that, you know, martial arts has taught you? Or, you know, learning to fight has taught you other than just being able to, you know, fight in the cage?
Uh, Confidence, mostly. I mean, I had it before from other sports and stuff, but like there was always that underlying, you know, because growing up being good at baseball, being good at football, but then you know how college programs are with their you're one in a million, right? But then you walk into a gym at my age at 19 years old, haven't trained a day in your life, and you have all these athletic abilities that help you train, and then now my age at 25 at this time in my life can pick up a heavyweight on my shoulders and slap on his head just fine because I've done this work my whole life. You know, it, yeah, it just works out. So yeah, it just taught me how to be confident, like to know I am who I think I am, and nobody can take that away from me unless they're gonna take it away from me, type, you know.
Exactly. Well, what about you, Kung Fu Ronin?
Definitely feel that with like, yeah, confidence, and especially for me, like I'd say like creativity and being willing to like act on just my instincts, and really just trust my instincts and my body and my mind, and really just trust myself. Like I've kind of moved around a lot, trained with like just anyone that I could find, friends sparring in the park, like walking into some random gyms wherever I was driving through towns and like getting spin kicked in the face. Uh like so just creativity and being willing to like express myself when that moment comes, and really like when that moment comes going for the knockout punch, honestly. Like gotta do it. Which I guess in my case for the one fight I had is more of like a knockout leg kick, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing some like Muay Thai, maybe some MMA and boxing stuff eventually, but like yeah, like moving around is only part of my game plan. I really like I'm pretty short. I need to get in close. So the moving is like definitely something I've built as like a way to get in close. I wish I could have shown more of that.
Dang.
There'll be opportunities.
Yeah.
I love both those answers. I mean, I feel like as each of you spoke, there's something that I truly identified, because the confidence. There's certain things where there's even family members where I was always real timid around, and after fighting, I was just like, you know what, f this. Like these are my hard boundaries. These are these, and they disappeared. So I'm just like, all right, to help give me that confidence to stand up. And then the creativity. I was reading it was kind of like, I think it was like Bruce Lee or something, was talking about the ability to move your body in whichever way, and to make your mind makes your body move before it even happens, and to be able to have the creativity to even move my body. I know I might not always be the strongest, but I mean, I always want to touch my toes. I want to be able to squat down with my kids and just goof around if I have to. Damn, thank you guys both. See, this show is what you call, in Samke's words, fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we
It's
mentioned
cool hearing you talking about
earlier.
your dad.
Say it again.
I was just saying it's cool hearing you talking about your dad with like boxing.
Oh,
And how like
no
you
problem.
really looked up to him. Definitely like similar situation and story with me, honestly. I really
Yeah,
relate to a lot of that.
I'm from what we would call a royal family. That's where the prince comes from. And it was always supposed to be, King KT one day, but I think it'll always stay Prince KT, because there ain't nothing that I can say that, my dad made the man I am. So it might be a little bit smaller version of him, but I'm there. But yeah. No,
Yeah, I love it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and don't get it confused. The Ronin name, like I definitely Musashi is a historical figure that I like. Definitely seems like a role model, and I've studied, but like this is my dad's name on the style. It's Wang Dat Mao Choi Lei Fo Wang Dat Mao. Like so I'm always gonna represent my family. Like just I like to like learn different styles, and I'm
I
always
do
gonna be
feel
unique
like
too.
in my, I coming up from, what you call a royal family, a big family that knows everybody in the town knows the importance of family and leaving a dynasty is very important. So, you know, my dad's gone, but my dad had 14 kids, and his funeral was the first time we seen us all together, and it's a good looking group of kids. We're all smart as fuck, it's a blessing at the end of the day. So, we leave behind whatever we leave behind, and that's all we have. So just gotta keep working until you can have something to leave, you know.
Well
I gotta
said.
leave it the way you found it. Yeah, better than you found it. I always tell people, man, the way I try to live my life for my kids is I'm planting a seed, knowing I may not sit in the shade of this tree, but them and everyone after them will be able to enjoy it forever. And I'm like, yeah.
Right. And with my dad passing away, he worked hard to make sure he built his house from hand and stuff, and it's selling, and that monies will be split between me and my 14 siblings, and it should be enough to help me get out to Thailand and do my training. So, blessings on blessings. I should be able to do what I wanted to do in my 3-year plan. So we're still on the route to be in the UFC before 30.
Let's go. Loving it, man. You know, earlier I mentioned the fighting trading cards, right? And one of the things on there was the special attack. So I want to ask both of you guys, being unique strikers, what would be your special attack if you had one?
Shit. My step back right hand. I don't know if anybody's clipped all of them, but I be catching people with that thing. There's so many times where you could take out of my fights where I took the step back right hand and it just left somebody froze. But if you're not gonna say my step back right hand, you gotta say my right overhand because that thing just be flying out there. So either one of the two, right hand or footwork or head movement. I don't know. Head movement might be it right there because I want what I want Street Beefs to do is clip all my fights and all the times I've moved my head in like sick ways and then did goofy faces or a dance afterwards. I want y'all to do that. That's a viral clip right there. Because there's so many times where I've just been
Helicopter.
like, I don't know. I kind of made sure to do it in this fight. I was doing some goofy stuff, but
Yeah.
but yeah, head movement, right overhand, something like that.
Okay. What about you, Ronin?
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, like, not really. Fuck it. Iron Shirt would be my
What is
special
it?
ability. We'll call it Iron Shin in this case, but not particularly my shin. Like, I think there's people with much stronger shins out there than me, but like Iron Shirt Qigong. Some people called it maybe Iron Body. I've heard it called.
Like an
Chinese
iron fist.
Tipo Sam or Tipo Sam. Yeah, like the Iron Fist thing. It's the one where they like hit you with baseball bats and shit, but not really like supposed to like tell people I have it. But you're asking me about a playing card signature ability. I'm trying to get on these cards.
Well,
Iron
so
Shirt and the ability
I
would
want
look
one
sick.
so bad too. I'm like, y'all
you
need to
gave us an
make me-
ability, right? You gave us an ability.
Yeah.
What's the actual attack though? What's gonna be the
So,
actual special attack?
So with the whole point of the Iron Body is I kind of when I train it, I picture it like One Piece hockey, like the armament hockey, where you like focus on whatever point is gonna strike with, and it like gets like an extra shield on it. So it would be the iron. So oh my
regeneration.
god, the Shaolin soccer golden kick. There it is. The Shaolin soccer. What would I even call it? Like if y'all have seen Shaolin soccer, the guy with the golden shins. So it'd be the golden shinned kick, which like in Chinese, gold and metal are kind of the same like character. So the metal shinned kick.
So in the scrapyard, when you soccer kick someone's leg off their body, I know what to call it, right? When the day it comes, I know what to call that. What happened, right?
Wrestling pod. That's
Call
like
it
a
the
real
golden
wrestling
shin.
announcer. He hit him with the iron shin kick.
Damn, bro. No more kicks in the scrapyard, bro. Instantly.
Yeah, I'll do boxing. I'll do boxing next.
Jeez. If we spar, you're wearing shin pads. No.
Bruh, I'm wearing fucking
I
metal
was gonna
shin
say,
pad.
'cause we're talking about fun moves and high level moves. But one of the things that high level moves come from when we learn some of the killer ones are these throws that could make them look so smooth, so easy. And what I'm curious about is there any professional fighters or even anyone in the world of fighting that either one of you have not want to necessarily say look up, but like kind of looked at their style, try to copy a move, anything like that? Or
I don't know if you guys know him, but he was a porn star, and then he became a boxer. What's his fucking name, man? I know his fucking nickname.
Which videos are you watching the train to, though?
yeah,
He's a big name. He came back. The motherfucker that fought in the Timbs.
Oh, recently?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
that guy. That guy's smooth. I like him. He moved. But then if you're gonna like ask like what boxer I watched back when I used to train with Ant, uh, a big thing I had to learn was snap and rhythm. Arturo Gatti. I watched Arturo Gatti all day long.
Damn, all right.
We need Ant back.
Ant's training again. He's got his I'm pretty sure he's got his amateur license to do a couple fights and then go pro.
Oh, nice.
Very much.
What you Kung Fu Ronin?
Yeah. Shit. I don't really know boxers as much. In terms of boxers, I really fucked with Roberto Duran. Um, Definitely like studied a lot of clinching stuff. So it was really cool for me seeing like how boxers work the clinch too. And like, yeah. So yeah, I like him. And then also like, yeah, I watched a lot of Muay Thai in like high school just during class. And like always watching Sanchai for sure. And I've started watching him again recently because like, I'm like kind of feeling old and like getting back into fighting. And this dude's like in his 40s out here just on a win streak. So I'm like I didn't think that studying him from like kind of forming my style would like pay off like this. But now I'm just watching him again. It's there's still so much to learn. So definitely Sanchai, honestly, kind of just solidified this year. He's my goat.
Yeah. If we're talking kickboxing, MMA, Mook. I would
Mook,
say Anderson
dang.
Silva. I would say Israel Adesanya. I'd say Sean O'Malley, but I can't even tell you that truthfully. I watch Mook and I steal Mook's moves. Mook and Free Smoke. I steal their moves all day long and tomorrow. I watch their videos. I said, I'm going to try that. And then I do it. Mook and Free
Yo,
Smoke.
who is Mook?
Who's Mook?
Is Mook a
Mook
Street
He's
Beefs trainer?
he's
He's
yeah,
from
he's
Streetbeefs
Street Beefs West
West
Coast OG.
Coast. And
Okay.
He's
he's
worth
actually
watching.
he's a hell of a fighter nowadays. Just beat
Oh, yeah, well,
Anderson Silva's
always.
son in a kickboxing fight.
Say it again for the
I'm pretty
people.
sure beat Anderson Silva's son in a kickboxing fight. Kickboxing
Oh,
champion, and
Yep.
I can't recall the promotion. MMA, I'm pretty sure he's undefeated professionally as well. The dude is just flow like water is really what he is. And my big thing with Mook is that I know that he taught himself most what he knows. And that right there, when I met Mook out in the East Coast Invasion, man, it clicked. I was like, yeah, I want to be you when I grow up.
Real shit.
Yeah.
He
Man, I
beat Beach that day, didn't
He
saw with Beach.
he lost to Beach. I figured it could have been a draw, or even he won. But yeah, they gave it to Beach. He fought
It was a
Beach.
judge's decision.
he? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My memory says he won.
Yeah.
That says a lot right there. You know what I
Nice
mean?
show.
Mook is a monster.
Right. All day,
That was
every day.
crazy.
Probably like besides Shinigami, one of the first viral knockouts Streetbeefs West Coast had. That right overhand, that fucking 2 seconds on Mook, bang, and the stare
Yeah.
dogs at the camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's not just a warrior in the cage, but he's a warrior of the mind as well. I think he wrote a book once, right?
He's just
Yeah.
he's a good man. He's a
doing
good
everything.
man at the end of the day.
Yeah. Man, yeah, there's some very interesting people that you get to meet, and the different levels that, they take it to. It's crazy. And I'm kind of curious. I mean, because I was going to say one person I thought was really killer that caught my eye was Boakwa from, all that Muay Thai and stuff, but he's recently done some BKFC and whatnot. And with both you having huge aspirations and wanting to get further into this fight world, is that something that you would ever consider, either of you? Because that is no gloves.
What BKFC?
Yeah, I heard they got good paydays.
Yeah, if Little
Yeah.
Mac wanted to fucking finally knuckle up and take the fucking knuckles that he was supposed to take a while ago, yeah, I'd hop in BKFC right now and fucking blow down with him. I'd do BKFC. What's the difference
Y'all
between
was matched up.
Oh, he called me out a long time ago. We never got it going. That was okay though.
I do remember that. That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, no, Lil Mac, I'd be KFC with him. I would snipe anybody. Honestly, BKFC, hit me up because I'm a sniper for you. I got a right hand that'd snipe anybody out that motherfucking shit. BKFC, they ain't got nobody fast enough for me. You're gonna have to pull out motherfucking Viking braids from retirement or whatever his name was. I don't, you know, yeah, no, I could do BKFC tomorrow and be a champion. Give
Shit.
me Mike. Give me
Love.
Perry. I want Mike Perry, first round.
Mike Perry, the fool.
Yo.
First
I was
round
gonna say
knockout.
because Kai
Hell
Stewart's
yeah.
on a roll right now. He was a wrestler. We had him on the show before, and he when he was 20, he went for his first fight, worked his way up, and he's undefeated, world champion, and he just left, I think, Dubai. Oh,
That's what he thought about that.
No.
yeah, he's like, fucking my like, damn.
Damn.
Damn. No, I would fight that. I was just hearing that answer getting inspired. Like, I don't think I would do boxing, but I would do bare knuckle Muay Thai. That would be cool.
Shit, that's how they
'Cause I
did it
think I
back in
saw
the
that.
day, huh? Just the raps and shit.
The rope
Yeah,
rap.
I don't know if I would do. I would rather do bare knuckle than the ropes. The ropes seemed like I'm not trying to get scraped like that. I would consider that, but like if I got paid enough, hell yeah, I would do bare knuckle Muay Thai, and I would just be moving my head and then clinching up and elbowing and kneeing the fuck out of them. Yeah.
That you're crazy, man. Because like I've thought about bare knuckle MMA or something. I'm like, nah. Because if it's in the streets, the average guy is probably not going to be as trained as me. He might get a good thing, but it's not lasting more than 30 seconds. But if I got to go round for round with somebody, I want some protection. I need some gloves. Dude.
Yeah, I think in that sense, if I had an option between the raps or just pure bare knuckle, I would want the rap. Just for the added protection to the wrists. You know what I mean? In that sense.
Mhm.
That's the perfect frozen picture, bro. You were frozen for a second. It was perfect.
Oh
But
shit. Yeah, I heard you
And I was gonna ask, how young were you? I completely forgot to ask.
like right now.
Yeah,
27.
27. Oh, you're plenty young. You still got lots of
27.
life.
bro,
Heck yeah, your knees don't
you
crack.
look 17, bro.
Can't lie.
Yeah.
This
We're
nigga
all
Yeah.
SG.
we're a 30 gang over here, bro. We in the 30 gang. My guy,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
he's found the fountain of youth.
Um, it's just, I guess it's the kung fu. I gotta say, just
Yep.
kung fu the whole life. Honestly, like I don't know what I think about qigong, and a lot of people think of it like it's like magic, but
Oh,
I've been
Quigo?
like doing
Yeah. Or
qigong and
how do you say it?
meditation since I was like young too. So, qigong, like
Oh,
can
gee.
like
Oh,
Cantonese would say like hey gong, but like qigong, it's yeah, I don't know. To me, it's meditation and like it's kind of the basis for the whole Iron Shirt training, which like there's a lot of kind of mysticism out there that's taught about it, but I think it's kept my body flowing.
oh yeah. You mean you gotta trust your intuition. If it works, it works, right? As long as you're a good person, everything. You're like, shit, you're living good. Hey, all right, I can keep doing this. And I mean that stuff. I
Yeah,
mean
now
goes
that
like
I'm
thousands of years. So I mean,
yeah, I do got to get back to the like actual hard like when I hit myself routine when I the like hardcore routine and shit though now that I'm talking about it in public because like talking about bare knuckle fighting the one that I have my on is the low kick championship. I like I have a tab open with their sign up for the low kick championship. I really want to do that shit, but I gotta like try it out with some friends first or something.
Seen those.
Yeah, preparation is key.
I mean, if you're gonna travel to go to other fight, promotions, could we see you traveling to, West Coast to go get a fight, or travel up to the OG yard?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's the Ronin lifestyle. Like, I'm definitely down to travel. Yeah, it'd be cool to get out to the East Coast, but kind of like West Coast, bouncing around is kind of feeling like my home right now. So, I haven't really been out to that area yet. I've mostly stayed in like California, Washington. But yeah, that'd be cool. I'm definitely down to bounce around, take different style fights. Honestly, I'd love to fight some kung fu people too. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Quick question for you. Have you watched any West Coast fights, and has anyone stood out to you?
Shit, I'm so bad with names. I watched a couple. One that I watched stood out today. It looked like I think it was a kickboxing fight. I just noticed they were like moving really well. Mostly what I noticed was like the pallets seemed sketch. I was like, the pallets look scary, so I'm glad there's a cage now for if I'm gonna go. Because
Oh
I
no,
don't
the
know if I would
pallets is
want to
still
like.
there. That's the
Oh, it
hot
is?
box. Yeah, that
Okay.
when they said there's pads now or mats now, that's the flooring. It's no
Oh,
longer sand. We used to fight on the sand. But the hot
okay.
box is
Okay.
still the cage itself. It's still pallets, the wooden pallets. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just wear a shirt, but yeah, no, like I noticed how like kind of high level some of the fights looked. It was like definitely, yeah, like same thing with Scrapyard. Like there's people there that know what they're doing. So that was cool to see. And yeah, like it's yeah. So don't remember names, but seeing the love was cool.
Dope, dope. And then my final question for KT, you've been with us for a while now, man. At this point or in the future, who does KT have his eyes set on?
Um, I mean, anybody that thinks I can't fight still, that thinks they want a chance. Come on, I'm what? I'm 9 fights in. I've been finished twice. One was my first fight with Daniel where I quit. One was an armbar in the MMA fight. I'm not fighting MMA in Street Beefs because I can't. But kickboxing, anything you want it, cool. Obviously, I'll fight 3 weight classes up. Sure. If you guys are smaller and you want to fight me, don't make me lose too much weight, and we'll fucking settle it. Let's do it. But other than that, anybody good. I don't care. I just want work, 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 work. I want somebody to knock me the fuck out. Somebody needs to knock me the fuck out. I gave Diesel a chance. He didn't take it, so we need somebody to do it.
Hey, as a fan, I need that rematch. That was arguably both of y'all's best performance. 5-round banger. Yeah,
Oh, me and Diesel.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I heard that. I know we're doing the anniversary in August, and I'll take that fight. I'll take that fight.
That would be great. That would be great. But see, this is me as a fan right here. I need both of y'all in y'all prime, and I need 5 rounds.
Yeah, I'll take that fight.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that fight all the way. Just because I love Diesel and fighting him is fun. It's dangerous and it's fun and it's
Y'all had a
scary.
war. Y'all had a
It's
war.
dangerous. It's fun. It's scary. It made me throw more punches than I've ever thrown before. I liked it. Yeah, we're gonna do that again for sure.
Oh yeah.
Um, uh, there's the Diesel. There's man, I don't know. I really I just want work. So let's just work, you know. Not looking for my championship or anything like old KT was, where I'm hunting where I'm like, okay, you need to put me in the champ race. Screw that. Let's work. I think I have the skill set to continue being a fan favorite, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just give the fans some shit.
as well as you're one fight away from the Hall of Fame. So
That's good to know. Give me
Ooh,
Diesel
okay.
in August. Hey, give me Diesel August and give me my Hall of Fame jacket at the end of that fucking fight. And we in that bitch. We in that bitch right the fuck
Holy
now. Give me. I'm one fight away.
10 fights is the criteria. So
Oh shit.
yes, sir.
1-0.
Ooh.
I think I'm 2 fights away.
Almost.
No. It ain't 10 wins. It's 10 fights.
I'm 6. I was 5-2 going into that fight. I'm 6-2. Yeah, that's 8. I got 2 more.
Okay. So 2 more.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I'll get those out and I'll get those knocked out the way this year. We'll get those knocked out the way.
Shit.
Although my claim to be on the Hall of Fame, I feel like is there already. But if we going by UFC standards, I have some Hall of Fame clipped fights that we could go off of. You go me Dyro, me fucking Battleborn, me Diesel. Those are Hall of Fame fights. So we gonna go off those standards. But fuck it, I'll get those 2 fights in, get my jacket. Why not?
Get the jack. But man, see, this is the point of the show where I gotta be the bad guy, because even though we're having fun, we can't keep y'all all night long. But before we say anything, before I see if Sunk has any last question, I have one real quick for both y'all. Dream sponsor. If you had anyone hit you up and say we want to sponsor you, who would this be?
Diddy. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking probably Ghost. I love them fucking energy drinks. Give me that Ghost energy.
Okay.
Dream sponsor. Patagonia.
Ooh.
What is it?
They do good shit. Patagonia. They do good shit for the world. They make good gear, and I definitely can't afford it right now. So that'd be cool. I like to train outside.
Hell yeah.
And it'd
I
be
could
cool to
dig it
like
all the way.
do that as a fighter.
Like, because when you go to Muay Thai, they have the outdoor training sessions too, right? Go outside, go
Right?
train all day. Shit.
Yeah, street beefs. We fight in the rain and shit. I'll wear some. Give me a fight uniform, waterproof.
Boom. I definitely
Hell,
want that kickboxing fight in this year too.
That'd be dope.
well, heck yeah. Thank you guys, Sanka. Did you have any final questions before we let these gentlemen go?
Nah, man. Just if you guys could give us your socials, any plugins you want to do. For the people who don't know, KT is the creator of one of the West Coast theme songs. So KT, if you want to do, what you do, let the people know. And I appreciate both of you guys.
Oh, no problem at all. You guys can look me up. KennyTwitch.2 is the good Instagram to look at. KennyTwitch.1, you're just going to get a whole bunch of personal life shit. KennyTwitch.2 is for all the content. KT's Kingdom on YouTube for all my fighting. Kenny Twitch on YouTube if you want to look up my music. And yeah, we're going to see me in Streetbeefs a lot more. And then I think also, don't quote me on this, but if you guys seen the viral video of me knocking Thomas out, it's different, bro. That catchphrase is gonna be coming out on some t-shirts as well. So
Yeah.
Thomas is different, bro. If you know type t-shirt. All right, we're gonna have those ones coming out.
Nice.
I'll have to cop one right away.
Hell yeah. And I do a free open mat every Sunday at my Kung Fu school in San Francisco. Like something I like teaching for free a little bit more sometimes. So, and like we kind of closed Sundays when COVID happened and bumping the days up slowly. So I figured open back up Sunday, free open mat. So that's where I'm at every Sunday in San Francisco. And the thing about the Ronin is that social media wise, you got to find me.
Oh, all
That was
right.
sick. That was sick.
Hey, well, we appreciate you guys. It was a phenomenal show, and you guys have a great night.
A great one, man.
Thank you guys.
See you guys. Nice to meet
Peace.
you, all you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Uh,
Man. That was a fun show. And even though it's almost over,
Absolutely.
it's not quite there, right?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. You heard the man. You heard the man. Not yet.
Zuel, lifestyle wear for the fighter in you. A movement to show that by utilizing hard work, grit, and determination, you could achieve any dream as long as you were willing to put in the hard work. Buddy V creates his own unique artwork and designs all of his clothing, jewelry, and accessories, taking the time to create every item so you could feel the pride in every piece. As a living embodiment of Zuel's principles, Buddy V fights MMA while staying active in the community, promoting positivity. Whether you are a stay-at-home parent, entrepreneur, or anything else, there is a place for you at Zuel.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
Started for the Scrapyard. So we have Striker. Man, this guy was on point, and that's all I could say because the rest isn't even going to do a justification. He hit his marker. He was quick. He was efficient. His head movement, he was precise. I was just, oh my goodness. He and 93 Bean fought in a boxing match, and as I was watching him move, and that was his debut match, I was absolutely in shock with the level that he came. I was so surprised that I was like, I need some more of this man in this cage right now. So, Striker, let's see some more fights because I cannot wait to see what else you do. From the Streetbeefs West Coast, we have Soul Assassin. This was cool because he fought El Bandito. And you know El Bandito's a beast. But Soul Assassin made his debut fight. I liked it because he knew how to utilize his length. He was trying to keep it bay, but not just that. Sometimes with lengthy fighters, they don't always know. He could handle the pressure. He knew what to do, how to get out there, and he went all around. I was so impressed with him. Soul Assassin didn't make a debut. He made a performance. So we need to see him back. Please and thank you. And from the OG yard, we have War Horse Huey. Now, this was a fun one because he fought somebody who was originally 15 pounds heavier, and he was just like, I want to bang. And he goes out there and he really does. He got hit once or twice, but he's swinging for the going nonstop, swinging for the fence, but not swinging for the fence. He was just swinging nonstop. And while he was getting hit, he was still going forward, kept the pressure until one of them even got so clean. I don't want to say the rest. You just got to watch this fight. But Warhorse Huey, I need a couple more fights because, man, that was entertaining. Those are my 3 fighters to watch.
Yeah. Fire picks as always.
Fire.
Fire. Somcan the Fire 5. As always, we're going to start it off at the OG yard. You see it. We have an MMA match between Z Walker and Marlboro. Man, now you see the time on there. This is a 1-round war. These guys immediately initiate a firefight. I mean, nonstop flurries. And at the same time, both men showing great composure. But it leads to a quick finish. Streetbeefs, OG Yard, Z Walker versus Marlboro. Fire fight. Moving on to Streetbeef Scrapyard. You see it. If you're trying to look this fight up, there's the title on the screen. This is between Huey Kai and White Ranger. Crazy White Ranger. For those of y'all who don't know, crazy legs. This is a boxing match. And this was solid competition right here. Solid competition. Both of these guys, 2-game fighters. And both of these guys throwing with intention. Most definitely. We saw a lot of beautiful setups and counters. As we say every episode, cardio is key. Cardio is key. Cardio is key. Yeah. Streetbeefs Scrapyard. Huey Kai versus Crazy White Ranger. Firefight. Moving right along, you see it. Streetbeefs West Coast. Jesse Drax versus Mono in a boxing match. Mono taking on a boxing match, usually doing MMA. So switching it up this time. What we got to see in this fight with these two was youth versus experience. We saw a lot of sharp striking, a lot of educated combos, but as well, a lot of heavy power shots. This was a great effort by both men. Lots of heart on display, lots of determination, and firefight. Streetbeefs West Coast, Jesse Drax versus Mono. Moving along to the OG yard, you see it. Chase versus Grub. This is another MMA match. This was one of the indoor fights right here. And this was another even matchup. Solid competition for these two fighters. These guys started the fight off with a great little wrestling match. You know, both of these men trying to power through. And we saw a constant back and forth between these guys. A lot of exchanges, a lot of barrages. And in the end, we got a surprise finish. This made for a great fight. Streetbeefs OG yard, Chase versus Grub. Firefight. And lastly, we're going to go right back to the scrapyard. And you see it if you're trying to look this fight up. There's the title on the screen. This is Jersey Devil versus Dave in a boxing match. And this is big boy boxing right here. And as you know, styles makes fights. And both of these guys had two different styles. And it made for a fire fight. Both of these guys showing heart. And we saw the long range fighter versus the power puncher. And both men throwing with bad intentions. I mean, you can see the KO power between both guys. And in the end, we had a crazy turnaround. It just made for another fire fight. Streetbeefs Scrapyard, Jersey Devil versus Dave. Sam came the fire 5.
Straight fire.
Yes, sir.
I think I got a new ritual where I wait till the next day and then I watch all 5 of the Fire 5.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Yeah, man. I mean, great fights, great replay ability, and you know, again, supporting the fighters, supporting the community. You know, everybody wants to see their fight views go up. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, you know, to go do the homework, do the research.
Oh yeah. Well, even though I'm having a fun time, what do you say? Is it about time we wrap things up?
It's about that time, bro. About that time. I want to thank our guest tonight. Much appreciated, Prince KT. Much appreciated, Kung Fu Ronin. Everyone watching, go look these two fighters up. They have fights out on YouTube. That's Prince KT and Kung Fu Ronin. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the show, what are you doing? There's still time to do it while we're live. There's still time to do it while you're watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, you know, and catch us same time, same place every week. We're always having, you know, great fighters on the show. Shout out to Streetbeefs, OG Yard, Scrapyard, West Coast, Dirty South. We do this for y'all. Shout out to the greatest co-host, Buddy V. Shout out to the greatest producer, Jay. We do this every week. Shout out to everybody watching us live, everyone on replay. We appreciate y'all. Overtime Hustling Magazine, thank you. Heart in the Fight, thank you. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it for me.
Hell yeah. Well, shout out to Zua. You know, have a good time. Zwell_Buddy V for the Instagram, Zwell World for the website. Go check it out because I've been uploading new pages, new stuff. You got your Cardio's key shirt. And even if you want to send me a message, let me know what you think. What could be improved? Because I've been growing it like crazy, editing it and having a good time. And yeah, we won't keep you too much longer. We had a fun time. But Thank you, Samke. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. And the crowd, every single person out there, live, replay, thank you. You heard it once, you heard it twice. So, shoot. And Jay, we gotta keep you on your toes. It was so smooth today. And we always end the show on your famous words. So, you know what to do. One world, one love, deuces.